Hello chess lovers! Welcome to MustaChess channel. I'm Lisa. So we have mentioned last time that one of the most significant chess ideas of Steinitz is
accumulating small advantages and strengthening the position before attacking.
It is this ideology which brought chess into a new era. So the following game I'm going to show you perfectly demonstrates how Steinitz accumulated small advantages and turned these advantages into a winning position. This game was played by Steinitz in the First World Championship in 1886. And as black, Steinitz played a really excellent move. So this move actually is more positional than tactical because black does not gain any material advantage, but black is able to achieve positional advantage. So now you can pause the video for a moment and see what black should play in order to achieve positional advantage. So black plays d4 in this position. And it's really beautiful because you know white can't take the pawn, because if you take with a knight, black can just take the b pawn, and you can't take because I'm able to gain a piece. So you also can't take with the queen, because if you take with the queen, I can just take, and knight takes. So it is b4. Now you can't take because the rook is hanging. So it's better for white to play knight b5. But black can play bishop take this pawn in this position, and now black is able to win a pawn. So the real game, white plays bishop takes f6, and Steinitz played g takes f6. So it's also okay to take with the bishop, but I think Steinitz was afraid of knight e4, and also Steinitz hoped to take with the g pawn so that he's able to make the center stronger. So I'm quite sure that Steinitz was not afraid of his kingside weakness at all, because white's pieces have not fully developed, and it's really impossible for white to utilize this weakness. And this is Steinitz's wisdom when dealing with such positional moves. And now white is not able to play knight e4 because black can have this move f5, attacking this knight. So in the real game, white played knight a4, and black played e5 in this position. Wow, 3 pawns in a diagonal, occupying the center. We can interpret this position by using the ideology from chess aesthetics, that is, 3 pawns can give us a feeling of overwhelming and sublime and make white uncomfortable. This also reflects Steinitz's ideology of accumulating small advantages and strengthening the position in the center. But actually, e5 is not the best move in this position because it gives white a chance to play b5 and gain some advantage in the queen side. So actually a better move is a takes b4 in this position, and if white takes, then b5, because by this way black is able to make the 2 pawns more isolated and more fragile. So for example, if white plays b5, trying to gain some advantage in the queen side, black can simply play bishop e6, move the bishop out, and if white plays g3, black can play rook a5, attacking this b5 pawn. If white plays rook b1, protecting this pawn, black can play queen d7, continuing to attack this pawn. So c6, queen d6. And now black can gain a great advantage because you know these 2 pawns are too fragile and too easy to be attacked by black. So in the real game, Steinitz played e5, and actually it's not so good because white can play b5, and now black does not have the move of rook a5 to attack this b5 pawn. So black move out bishop e6, white plays g3, black plays c6. And in this position, white plays b takes c6. And I guess Steinitz must be very happy when seeing this move because the center has been completely lost to black, and white did not have advantage on the queen side at all. So it's better to play b6, keeping the advantage in the queen side. But I think white is afraid of this pawn will be lost to black, and also this pawn will be attacked. So for example, black can play knight a6, attacking this c5 pawn. But this involves a very complex lines, and now I can show you this line. For example, if white plays rook c1, black plays queen d5, continue to attack this c5 pawn. So white can play bishop g2 here, and black takes. And now there is really a good move for white, that is knight h4, attacking the queen. So black can only play e4 because if you move the queen, then the knight will be taken. So e4, and then takes queen c2, attacking this bishop, and then c6 pawn. So black has a very good move here, that is d3, attacking the queen, and white cannot take the bishop because I have d2 and black is winning. So white can only take this pawn, and black takes, bishop takes the queen, and I take the queen. So bishop takes, bishop a3, attacking this rook and taking the pawn. So bishop f7, take this pawn, and take with the rook, rook c2. Actually, in this position, white is better to play, though still black is better in this position. Black does not have the advantage in the center, and in this endgame, white really has a great chance to make a draw. But in the real game, white did not calculate that far and just take the pawn. So Steinitz happily takes with knight. The game continues with bishop g2, rook b8, threatening this bishop b3. So white plays queen c1, and here Steinitz played a very good move, that is d3. So white cannot take with the pawn because I can take the queen, and then you can no longer castle this way. So white can only play this move e3. So there, black plays e4, attacking this knight, knight e2, and then f5. Now the three pawns in the center have all advanced one more square in just a few moves, and further squeeze white space. It's really interesting that black does not gain any material advantage, but you can clearly feel black's overwhelming advantage in the center, which makes white breathless. And you know what? Steinitz's opponent, Zuckertort, was a tactical player, but he was not good at playing such positional games. So now you can feel how much Zuckertort suffered during this game. The game is representative of Steinitz's playing style and his ideology, so you can click a link below if you hope to see the whole game. If you like it, subscribe on MustaChess channel. I will bring you more interesting games next time.